Hey guys, this is Mac again on behalf of Strongside Tactical, and today I just wanted to go through a quick video about shotgun reloading techniques. Now there's two main techniques that I'll use if I'm in a competition. I usually load with my weak hand, called the weak side reload, but occasionally I've also been known to use a strong side reload, which would be my right hand from the right hand side. So usually you want to pick one or the other, and a third way that's actually getting pretty popular these days is the load 2 method, or the quad load, and I'll briefly demonstrate that right at the end, even though I don't have a load 2 carrier on my belt. So let's talk about our equipment real quick. First of all, I've got a pretty much standard Mossberg 930 here, which is my 3-gun shotgun. It's a semi-auto, and it has a Nordic extension tube on it, which will actually hold 10 rounds. So I put this together myself. You've seen some videos on this most likely, and it's a great shotgun. Now let's look at our belt real quick. Now here's my belt rig. I've just got my shell caddies on here and nothing else. This is a double alpha, which is a 2-piece competition belt with Velcro in between. These are great belts, and it'll hold pretty much anything from handgun to AR-15 to shotgun accessories. Now these are 6 shell caddies that I got from Choate, and they work really good. They're some of the most inexpensive ones that you can get, and so I've got one of these on each side. This is for my weak hand reloads, and this is for my strong hand reloads. Now during a competition I will not run them this way. I'll run them all on the same side. So if I'm going to reload from my weak side, you'll see that for these dummy rounds I have them oriented with the brass toward my back and with the front of the shell out toward the target. So just think about them as being oriented towards your target. Whichever way you're shooting, it's the way you want the round to be pointed. So brass to the back. So got all these oriented this way. Now if I wanted to do a strong hand reload, you can see I've got the shells oriented in the opposite direction from the left side, brass in the back with them pointing toward my target. So this is my setup, and this is what we're going to work with. So let's talk about the weak hand reload, which is the way that I reload first of all. I'm going to be doing this with my left hand. As you can see, we got a safe gun here, completely unloaded. I'm going to go ahead and drop the bolt. Now the goal here is I'm going to try to get 4 shells with my left hand, and I'm going to try to have these, when I pull them out of the caddy, in the same exact orientation every time, because getting them out of your caddy is, in my opinion, the most important part in getting a good quick reload. So you can see here, I want these shells to be with the brass situated right here on my ring finger. Okay, this is going to keep them oriented so that when I drive them into the gun, I'm able to do it repeatedly and in a quick fashion. Now how am I going to be holding my gun? So when I get ready to reload, leaving my shotgun here in my strong hand gives me ultimate control of this gun, and this is why I like the weak hand reload so much. I like to keep control of my firearm. Not only is it, I feel like, safer, but it also gets me back on target quicker. So I'm going to hold this gun with the stock sort of braced up under my armpit here, and then I'm going to visualize the loading port and the receiver of the shotgun right here, right in front of my face, because this is my work area. And I'm going to drive the shells into the loading port here and drive them forward with my thumb. And this is a sharp, repetitive motion that you're going to do over and over and over. Now that's 4 shells. Obviously you're going to have more shells on your belt, so you're probably going to do this again with 4 more shells. That's the one downside that I don't like about the 6 shell caddies, is that when I load 4, I end up with 2 shells left in the caddy. So although they are inexpensive, that is one downside. So that's a weak hand reload in slow motion. Now let's do a strong side reload. Now this is going to be a little bit different. Now this time I'm going to be holding my shotgun like this, but in order to be able to visualize the loading port, I'm going to need to cant the receiver of the shotgun sideways so that the loading port here is faced toward my strong side. Now same thing when you pull the shells off your belt. You want to pull them off and have them oriented just like this, situated on your ring finger. And with the gun in my workspace, I'm going to drive them into the loading port in a very rapid and quick fashion. That's 4. You're going to do 6 or 8 probably. And my goal when I'm practicing is to try to get 1 shell per second. So if I'm loading 8, I want to be around 8 seconds. That's slow compared to, the 3-gun nation guys. But for somebody who's at the level that I'm at, I'm happy with that. So just remember, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Now let's talk about the load 2, or the dropping deuces method. Now this is what a lot of the 3-gun guys are doing now. And that involves a special kind of carrier that comes around your front here, where the shotgun shells are oriented in this position, kind of one on top of each other. There's a couple different ways you can load them. You can either roll the gun upside down like this and shove them in like that, or a lot of people will actually toss the gun up on their shoulder and load it like this. So this is not something that I've ever done in competition before, but it is very fast, and you pull these off and you just shove the rounds in just like that. And you can load 8 shells in 4 or 5 seconds. So that's the dropping deuces method, or the load 2 method. Something that, if you're really getting serious about 3-gun, you actually maybe want to try. Okay, so those are my 2, or I guess those are my 3 methods, but we'll just say those are the 2 main methods, weak side and strong side, for reloading a tactical shotgun. So let's do some under some duress here, or under some stress of competition, and see just how efficient and how fast we are with these. So I hope these techniques are helpful for you if you're going to be shooting competitively with your tactical shotgun. There's always room for improvement. I know that I'm constantly practicing things like this to get faster. You do probably lose most of your time in a 3-gun competition reloading your shotgun. So it's something you should be practicing every week. So once again, this is Mac from Strongside Tactical. Hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. And as always, subscribe. And be safe, and we'll see you next time.